Good morning from Kuala Lumpur, and thank you for checking this video out. Now, with the year coming to an end, it is time for us to check out the Gunpla release in 2023. It was both a good and a bad year. We'll tell a little bit more at the end of the video, but first up, let's talk about the rules for this particular video. As usual, we will only cover general Gunpla Gundam releases, so nothing on Kamen Rider or Digimon or 30ms, and also we will not talk about Premium Bandai as well, because frankly speaking, Premium Bandai is not available for most collectors around the world, so it will not be covered in this particular video. I will also share with you what I think are the top 5 kits released at the end of the video, so let's get cracking. Now, one of the reasons why we didn't release a lot of video coverage this year for Gunpla releases was because, frankly speaking, the releases were quite limited and also was not really that exciting as well. With Bandai diversifying their SKU product line to include a lot more different diversity and different variety as well, from 30mm, 30ms, Kamen Rider, Kyokai Senki, Super Robot Wars, Macross, Sin Duality, the new ones, and also my favorite, the dynamic characters from Mazinger, Grandizer, and Getter Arc. We are starting to see a lot fewer Gunpla releases that typically would get collectors like me, an old school collector, very excited, because remember 5 to 10 years ago where we used to see 3 to 5 real grade and also master grade release in one single year. So those were the good old days, right, where we had so many products to choose from real grade and also master grade kits for Gunpla kits. But nowadays, we only get maximum of 1 to 2 Gunpla kits for both the master grade and also real grade, which is unfortunate because I think Bandai is splitting their resources up across different product lines for the 30mm and 30ms, which I've been seeing a lot of new releases this year, and I think that's where a big chunk of the focus was really heavily pushed on as well. Bandai is also splitting up their resources to focus a lot on the Figure Standard series for Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Dragon Ball, and also the 30ms series as well. So is this a good or a bad thing? Well, I think maybe Bandai is thinking that there are too many Gunpla SKUs in the market, so they're trying to create a little bit more variety and also to compete with the competitors that may be releasing plastic models on different franchise other than just Mecha, which is Gunpla, right? So that is something that is unfortunately a bad news for me, because I am heavily sold and invested into the Gundam universe. The lack of master grade, high resolution model kits, remember those? And also the master grade EX and perfect grade, this year has been really a very bad year for Gunpla collectors. So this to me is basically, I think, could be an issue moving forward, because I do think that this year in 2023, a lot more experienced collectors are also starting to experiment on kits outside of Bandai, right? They are also buying a lot more third-party kits, and I'll talk a lot more about that later on. But that is basically where I think Bandai's strategy of focusing only on 2 big IP releases per year, as what we've seen from this year. We have the Wish from Mercury, which frankly speaking, I think was a very good series and also a very good money maker for Bandai, because we saw kits selling out everywhere in both Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, even in Malaysia and Singapore as well. But unfortunately, with the show ending so soon, I say, we start to see the backlog starting to pile up in the stores, right? People starting to not want to buy any kits from the Mercury series, which frankly speaking, I would give kudos to the designers for Witch from Mercury, because other than the protagonist and the antagonist mobile suits, the other mobile suits that was in the series as well were quite unique and interesting, such as the Michaelis, which not a lot of people bought because that was the bad guy, the antagonist, unfortunately, but that was a very good, sexy looking kit. So as a result, this past 2 months, November and December, we actually saw a lot of Gunpla resellers, especially in Malaysia and also in Japan as well. When I was in Tokyo, they were slashing prices for all the other mobile suits from the Witch of Mercury series. So that kind of shows you that, unfortunately, the Witch from Mercury didn't have a long-lasting halo effect. But I do hear a lot of new people are getting into the hobby because of Witch from Mercury as well. So that is the good news from Bandai. Okay. Now the other IP, which as I mentioned earlier, right, Bandai is focusing on 2 IPs per year for the Gundam franchise. The first was the Witch from Mercury, and the other one was the Gundam Build Metaverse. Frankly speaking, man, after watching the first few episodes of Gundam Build Metaverse, I am really not sold on this particular series. The design were very bland, I have to say. It seems like a simple kit bash, and it seems to be a easy way for new people coming into the hobby with the introduction of a very cheap entry grade La Gundam. I think that is basically Bandai's way to have a not so serious fun series to draw in the kids, and also a very easy way in, pathway into the Gunpla hobby with the La Gundam entry grade. And so far, frankly speaking, yeah, I don't see a lot of buzz on social media of people talking about the Gundam Build Metaverse series, or people buying a lot of the kits to build and share. So far, it's been really slow as well. Okay, so I think 2023, the good year was that the Wish from Mercury series. I think that series really generated a lot of buzz, excitement, and also demand for people to get into the series. And I do think that the antagonist and protagonist kits, the Ariel Rebuild, the Caliban, the Schwartz as well, Michaelis, and the Bigger Pente, they all look really good. So I think, and in a good year, I think those were the good kits that was released for 2023. Now, what is the bad about the Gunpla releases in 2023? Well, frankly speaking, the bad thing is that the non-existence of master grade, high resolution model kits, master grade EX, and also perfect grade. I was hoping to see at least one coming from at least one of those category that I was talking about. We did have the one master grade Zeta version card, but other than that, yeah, it was really kind of bland, right? I think the other good news about Gunpla this year was the introduction and release of both MGSD, Strike Freedom, and also the Barbatos. I think those are the two kits that consistently sells out in most hobby stores, and even in Japan as well. I only managed to snag one in one of the stores, which after a long search, it was actually quite hard to find. So that is what I think of the actual Gunpla landscape for 2023. Frankly speaking, the releases for the Gundam series of new and old was really not inspiring. We didn't get a perfect grade, there was no MGEX, there was no high resolution model as well, and we only got one master grade kit. With Bandai continuing to focus their efforts and time on 30mm, Kamen Rider, Kyokai Senki, Sin Duality, even Macross as well, it's kind of worrying to see where the trend is going for the Gundam franchise as a whole for the Plumbo section. 2023 is a extremely good year for third-party kits. If you're a Gunpla collector and builder, it is hard to not notice all the third-party kits as being built and also shared across all the Facebook groups. And unfortunately, that is the reality today, right? I think the third-party manufacturers are taking advantage of the gap and also the lapse of Gunpla releases by Bandai. So we typically do not cover third-party kits because, frankly speaking, there are just way too many to cover and also follow, and we are typically do not have the time to really build any third-party kits given how difficult they are to work on. I think most people will tell you the horror stories of building third-party kits in the old days where things were not fit, they would just not go in as what you expect with a typical Bandai kit, with the fittings and also the details and also missing instructions from the manual. But apparently those days are long gone. A lot of people are not having the same issues or concerns as what they had with third-party kits as what we've seen from many years ago. So apparently today, the third-party kits have not only gotten better in terms of the overall experience of building, snap, fit as well, but also some of them actually do come with an actual inner metal frame for you to build your Gunpla kits around it. Of course, they don't call it a Gunpla kit, but their names and the designs, some of them do look very similar to the Gundam slash Gunpla designs that a lot of fans are clamoring for. Okay, so has any one of you actually bought a third-party kit in 2023, and which one was your favorite? Do you think we should cover third-party kits on our channel? Please do let me know. Now, as I mentioned, with the lack of Gundam slash Gunpla releases in 2023 and looking at the calendar for 2024 as well, it is not very inspiring so far. We will be focusing a lot more on older releases slash 2020, 2019 and older franchise releases. So do stay tuned for those reviews coming soon. Now, here is my top 5 picks of Gunpla release this year. Coming in number 5 is the Michaelis or Michaelis, which is a fantastic design, great solid joints, and also great playability as well, and also compatibility with the 30-minute sisters, which I'll share with you guys in the near future. Unfortunately, the Michaelis did not get a lot of attention or also purchased because everybody hated the antagonist so much. Unfortunately, they were stocked everywhere in most Gunpla resellers. Coming in number 4 is the Real Great Appion. I think the Appion had great proportion, detail, and also the transformability is just really amazing. I just kind of wish that it was a lot bigger than the current 144 scale size. If you compare this with the older 144 scale size Appion, it is definitely a little bit shorter and smaller as well. Coming in number 3, it is a tie of the full mechanics aerial and also the Caliban. I think the full mechanics aerial, definitely in terms of proportion for a 1/100 scale aerial, it looks fantastic. The details, the mechanics as well, it's just really an amazing kit. And of course, the Caliban, I think the all white slash gray proportions of the Caliban looks really sexy as well. Coming in number 2, it's the Master Grade Zeta version car. This one is a bit of a bias for me because I am a big fan of the Zeta Gundam. So coming in at number 2, with a special design from Katoki Hajime, that is definitely why this is on the number 2 spot. I think the best release and coming at the number 1 spot for 2023 is the Master Grade SD Gundam Barbatos. For the Barbatos, I definitely felt that it looked really amazing and proportionate wise a lot better compared to the Freedom that was released in January 2023. And here you can see the pictures from some of the builders from Taiwan. The amount of detail that can go into this particular kit to make it look really sexy. It's so much better than what I actually anticipated, because frankly speaking, when the first Master Grade SD came out with that Freedom, I was really not so due to the overall proportion. It just looked kind of horrible. But I do think that the Master Grade SD definitely takes my prize for the best Gunpla release for 2023. So what can we look forward for 2024? Frankly speaking, the first half release calendar has already been announced by Bandai. You can see it on their website, and it's not really that inspiring given that a lot of it is being focused on the Gundam Build Metaverse and also the Gundam Seed Anniversary kits as well. So yes, I'm a big fan of Gundam Seed, but I'm not really so on the new redesigns, different evolutions of the kits so far from what we've seen from the official pictures. Hopefully we get to see more Master Grade or even at least one more high resolution model and also MGEX release in 2024, and hopefully maybe a PG in 2024 as well, right? Hopefully Bandai will be nice enough to give us a perfect grade turn A Gundam, why not, right? Let's see how that goes. Okay, so that's pretty much our coverage for the year of 2023. I know this video is a little bit long, so I thank you guys for staying tuned till the end. We do have a lot more videos coming up focusing on releases, not just on Gunpla but also other collectibles coming very, very soon. What were your top 5 kits that you guys bought, whether it is from Bandai or third party? Please do share in the comment section down below. Okay, thanks for watching, and if you're new to our channel, you know what to do. But till then, I'll see you guys next year. Happy New Year 2024.